Welcome to Jank Play TCG. My name's Landon, and here we play Jank. And today I have a brand new deck for you from Temporal Forces. I know a lot of people are creating a lot of fun decks out there, and I think I have a very funny deck on my hands. So let's go ahead, jump over to ptcgl and take a look at Unfezant. Unfezant is a stage 2 Pokemon, which you might think is really difficult to work around, but we got a way to work around it. And for 2 energy, opposing wins 70 damage. Meh. You may put 2 energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon into their hand, removing energy from the field, making it more difficult for them to play it back down and keep the game going. That is the idea behind the deck, is as much disruption as possible. Along with that, we are going to be rocking Plusle and Minun, so whenever they attach energy from the hand, they take 20 damage. Also, we are going to throw in Calamitous Snowy Mountain, so when anyone attaches to a Pokemon that's not a water Pokemon, they take, or a basic water Pokemon, they take 20 damage as well, which is going to play into our favor. We've also played Team Star Grunt to just remove possibly a 3rd energy, and then Crushing Hammers whenever we get heads. Those are going to be pretty good. And we're playing Eri. Eri was an interesting choice. I debated on it for a while, and then in one game against a Charizard deck, I removed their Rare Candy and Ultra Ball and stalled them to a halt, and was just able to take advantage of that, and I loved it. And so Eri stays in the deck. But yeah, that's the core concept. We are disrupting as much as possible in order to try to maximize our gains and minimize theirs. We're running the standard Bibarel Skwovet engine. Bibarel lets you drop until you have 5 cards in hand, and Skwovet lets you take all your cards in hand, shuffle them, put them at the bottom of your deck, then draw 1 card, and then maybe that card's playable, maybe it's not, but then Bibarel can draw you up. We are running Skwovet, Jirachi, Plusle, Manaphy, Mimikyu, and Minun all as one-ofs, because I'm crazy. I needed space in the deck, and that's the way I did it. I threw in a Hisuian heavy ball as well, so we can pull out the pieces that we can to try to salvage our game, the way that we want to play. Now, this does make quite a crowded board, and that's just something you're going to have to juggle. I couldn't find a nice way to clean this up. The only other option I could think of was the new Rubska, I think it's called, where it's Jirachi and Manaphy put together, but as a stage 1, so if I did a 1-1 line, well, then I can get protection, but then it's going to be hard to get out. And really, do you need both out? Like, yeah, so, yeah, I just went this route. The way that we make Unfezant work, though, the key to this is this Pidove. This Pidove has Emergency Evolution. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon's remaining HP is 30 or less, you may search your deck for an Unfezant or Unfezant EX, I don't think there's an EX yet, and put it onto this Pidove to evolve it. Then shuffle your deck. And that is how we are cheating our way to Unfezant without using Rare Candy, without evolving up through the stage 1 to the stage 2. We cheat out using Emergency Evolution and, remember, Calamitous Snowy Mountain. So when we play an energy down, it'll deal 20 damage to Pidove, having 30 HP remaining, being able to evolve up immediately and get going with Unfezant. That's the goal, that's the idea, that's how this works. Unfezant also does have a second attack that we should talk about. It's 3 energy, Boundless Power, does 180 damage, but can't attack next turn. Thankfully, Unfezant has free retreat, so we can retreat to another Unfezant possibly, or something else. But that's the idea behind Unfezant, and that Boundless Power is really to clean up KOs. If prolonging isn't going to help, then we just want to clean up the KO, you know? So here we've got the energy, and we're going 3 basic psychic, so Mimikyu can actually attack. We've got 3 double turbo, provides 2 colorless, kind of generic, you gotta play it. And then we're playing the new A-Spec Neo Upper Energy, and that way we can get 2 energy on Unfezant, and it's not like double turbo. I'm basically playing it as a 5th double turbo, but Neo Upper Energy doesn't do the minus 20 damage. So it does have a slight benefit, and I really like that as just a 5th double turbo. Next, we can go through the rest of these trainers. I've already gone over most, and you might be wondering, why did I choose Calamitous Snowy Mountain over Gapejaw Bog? I originally wanted to go Gapejaw Bog, but a buddy of mine told me Calamitous Snowy Mountain would be the better choice, because when you attach, you deal the damage then, not when you play it down. And then I realized, oh right, because Buddy-Buddy Poffin puts them directly on the bench, skipping the from hand step, and Gapejaw Bog wouldn't damage them, so I would have to play a different Pokemon search, and it just wouldn't work out as well. So to use Buddy-Buddy Poffin, we went with Calamitous Snowy Mountain, and shout out to my buddy who brought up that idea originally. We're going for Youngster because I don't want to discard too much, right? This is a very fragile deck. Did you see how many one-ofs we're playing? So we don't want to be senselessly discarding things with Professor's Research. Youngster is the best option. Sadly, I wish there was better, but Youngster it is. We do have Morty's Conviction. This one is difficult because your opponent can play around it, but it is drawing. It's a draw card, so I like it as a draw card. We do have Pokégear 3.0 to try to get the right supporter at the right time. Either Team Star Grunt, Youngster, Morty, or Eri. We need to find the right one at the right time. We've got 2 copies of Super Rod in case we do have to do a bad discard, or when Pokemon start getting KO'd, we can recover them. We do play 4 Ultra Ball to find Bibarel, really. That's the main reason it's in here. We're not looking for Unfezant, we're looking for Bibarel, but also any other Pokemon we want. And yeah, I think that's everything. So why don't we go ahead, jump into a game, and watch this thing in action. I am calling this deck Bird Blast because you're going to have a blast playing with some birds. Oh my gosh, that was so bad. That was so bad. All right, we are on to our first match. I will admit, I tried to record this before, and I ran into the perfect counter to the deck. No joke. Superior V-Star, where when it attacks, you can move energy around, and you remove all the energy from the active, because it's just going to get removed by me, and then they have free retreat, and it was ridiculous how perfect of a counter this deck was. So hopefully we don't come up against that. But we'll have to see. They did run those sleeves, so I could be in trouble again. Oh boy. We got Skwovet in the active, which isn't great because we gotta get it out of the active, right? Porygon. Ooh. Ooh? Are they playing some sort of Lost Zone with the Porygon, squared, Porygon 2, whatever it's called, that deals damage based on how many cards are in the Lost Zone or something like that? It could be something like that. Oh no! Did they just mess up? They just messed up. Why would they do that? Oh, I feel bad for him. We got the Pidove, amazingly enough. Buddy-Buddy Poffin's going to grab us Bidoof. And what else do we want? Ooh, we got both these. I feel like I got to grab a Minun right now. Yeah, that's a good call, Landon. That's a real good call. And then we're going to Ultra Ball, 1, 2, and we're going to grab the Plusle. Right? We've already got the Bibarel in hand. We've got the double turbo ready to go. I kind of feel like I have to hold on to it because I don't have Calamitous Snowy Mountain. But if I get a second energy, that could be the thing that does the damage. So I think I'm going to play it down, actually. And then we're just going to end our turn. And that's it. Nothing too fancy, but hopefully fun enough for us to get going. And if they knock out Skwovet, we're going to have to Super Rod it eventually. But we can't just waste a Super Rod like that. I've done that one too many times. Waste a Super Rod just getting like a Pokemon back or something. No, we need to get like full value out of our Super Rod, and that's going to be really difficult. There's the Colress experiment. Look at the top 5. Take 3. Wait, is it take 3, put 2 in the Lost Zone? It is. Yeah, because you got to play 2 for the Cramorant. So, yeah. It's a good call in any Lost Zone deck. And even outside of Lost Zone decks, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Man, I wonder what they could be thinking about their choice here. Are they feeling strong about the cards that they're being offered, or is it taking so long because they just don't know? They're wrestling with the decision. A Jet Energy and a Chorus Experiment go to the Lost Zone. Those are two very big cards. But here is the Porygon 2, or squared. I think it's 2. Garbage attack. This attack does 20 damage for each Pokemon tool card in the Lost Zone. They don't have any currently in the Lost Zone. That's going to be rough. Maybe we can get this thing going ourselves. And, yeah. I'm real worried about Skwovet. Wait. I thought they just instant charged. Did they just Force Seal Stone? But I thought they drew cards too. What happened? Wait, that's not the log. There's the log. What happened? Okay, so they used... Wait, Rotom's used Star Alchemy? Was it... What? I'm just confused. I think that's it. I'm just very confused. I don't see Star Alchemy. Was that the tool? Force Seal Stone? Star Alchemy. Okay, yeah, it was. Cool. Awesome. I want that, actually, because then I can get the Pidove in the active, and hopefully I can get my combo off of this turn. If I can't, I'm in trouble. But, let's see. Unfezant, we don't need you, Unfezant, and this would have been great for Skwovet to get rid of, actually. But let's just go ahead, draw 4 cards, see what we're getting here. We got Morty's Conviction, which would be pretty good, but they only have 1 Pokemon? Come on. But we gotta play it, don't we? What do we discard, though? I'm going to play Morty's. I'm going to discard Pokégear. We get Unfezant. Oh, no. Let's see. They've got 20. Plusle would do 30. That would put them up to 50. Have 40 HP remaining. Or I do 10 here. Then they have 30. Then Plusle could do 40 next turn, and that would be 70. Still not great. No, I would do 0, actually. Jeez. This is rough, people. I'm going to sacrifice the Plusle. I just got it. It'll get damage done, which is good, but I really need a Youngster. Oh, I only did 10 because of the double turbo. I keep forgetting about that. Come on. Get your head in the game, Landon. You've played this deck so many times. I will admit, though, I haven't won a lot with this deck. I just think it's really funny when I get to do my thing. Ooh, Plusle survived. That's interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Let's go ahead. Ooh, do we go for the incisors for 1 card? I'm going to, and I hate that I'm going to, but I'm going to. Calamitous Snowy Mountain! Yeah, baby! Oh, we are in! We are doing this right now! Oh, man. I do wish we would have gotten a Youngster, because this, hopefully we didn't prize 2. We got it. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to retreat, and we're going to do 50 damage, which isn't perfect, but let's discard that and that. There you go. You got... I should have looked at the rest of the hand. But I discarded the Lost Vacuum, which would have let them do more damage by lost zoning tools and whatnot. And I got rid of... yeah, let's move that back into your hand. So if you attach it to the Porygon 2, the Porygon 2 is going to be knocked out. I love it. Let's do this. Oh, it's working. It's working. And I was freaking out there for a second. Oh, this is good. Ah, the jank. The jank is flowing through me, baby. There's a Porygon. Yep. Where are you placing that energy? Please place it on the active. I dare you. I double dare you. Oh, onto the Rotom V. Smart choice. Smart choice. Can't argue with that. It is a good choice. Yeah. Instant charge. They drew. Okay. We've got 2 Unfezant. What do we draw? Buddy-Buddy Poffin. Let's get that Buddy-Buddy Poffin out here. We are going to grab 2 Pidoves. I like it. All right. And then we will draw 3 with Bibarel. Let's draw those 3. Ooh, okay. These are interesting. Let's do Crushing Hammer. Please. Please, heads. Please. Yes! Oh, that is a lightning energy off the Rotom. We can play this down on him or her. I don't know. It's a Pidove. They don't put the genders. Oh, and they concede! Baby! Look at... Oh, yes! Yes! Now, I know this match wasn't very long, but I really hope you guys got hyped with me about this list. Please, take the list, make it your own. I do not think this is the perfect list or anything for Unfezant, but it is a fun list. It is full of jank. You're not going to win a lot, but when you do, it's going to be so satisfying. It is through a opponent concealed. I didn't even get a single knockout. Think about that. I didn't get that knockout on that Porygon. They were leading one prize and they still quit. Like, how often does that happen? Let's see. I went up on my Battle Pass. Level 3. We'll do a quick opening here, I think, right? Yeah? Yeah? I like it. Let me know what you think of the list down below. I will try. I can't promise, but I can try to make another video playing the list. But yeah, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Love to see them. Love to interact with the comments. And join the Discord as well. That is such an amazing art. Holy cow. Pokemon just knocks it out of the park with the art. Yes. Cypher Maniac's code breaking. Nice. 2 packs. Nice. Golett, Scyther, Electivire, Medicham, Sharpedo, Melmetal. Okay. Pack number 2. Let's see. Yomper. Adorable. Pidove, we already got all 4. I had to pay in credits, though. Dang it. Fortress. Meryl. Nice. Golurk. And Whimsicott. Alright, alright. Someone did argue that Whimsicott is actually good in the Torterra deck, and I would love to see that list. If that was you, go ahead, join the Discord and post the Torterra deck that you've been playing with, because I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I also do have a deck submission channel in the Discord, so if you want to submit a deck for me to play on the channel, go ahead, go there, do it that way, and I will play it on the channel eventually, right? There's a lot of stuff going on. I still got openings to do, and I've got this, I found a box of stuff that I bought for openings that I never got to, so one of these days I'm going to do that opening as well. But thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, all that jazz, and of course, until next time, keep playing jank.